Hello humans and welcome to the Siobhan Lou Show. I'm a breathwork facilitator, Kiska practitioner and most importantly, Scottish. This show is here to inspire, encourage and give you all the knowledge bombs about everything healing. I love sharing the tools and life lessons that have transformed my life, as well as talking about wine, my dogs and of course my relationship. Thank you so much for pressing play and I look forward to sharing this epic journey with you. Let's go! Mel, welcome to the Siobhan Lou Show.
Hello.
I was just saying you are my first guest since October 2021, so I'm really excited about kicking this off for 2023.
I know, I was just saying how special I feel, like you've dusted the cobwebs off your old podcast mic and you've got it out for me, so I feel very honoured. So
I know. I'm going to have to revamp it and make it really special for this new launch for 2023. The reason I got you on the show is because I've just completed my trauma-informed manifestation coaching course with you, the creator of it all. It was so incredible. I loved every single second of it. I just can't believe there's something. I think I manifested it. There was something out there that was like, oh my God, you can study manifesting and you can help other people with it as well. It's just incredible. How did you get into the whole manifesting thing, I guess?
Yeah, it really started when I was 21 and I watched The Secret, as I think a lot of people did.
Same.
And at that stage I wasn't into any healing or anything at that time, so I was just like, all right, just think positively, and I did. And by 22 I'd manifested a 3-bedroom. I bought my first house, I had a sports car, I had externally and a really amazing friend that I went in the house with, and everything got out of my domestic violence relationship, so many things. But then it's that positive thinking only gets you so far, and it wasn't long until I completely sabotaged all of it and lost it all.
Yeah.
And got back in the abusive relationship. And so at that point I was like, that's manifesting's bullshit. I'm not going to get into that again. It didn't work. It worked but it didn't really work long term.
Yeah.
So I kind of just left that on the back burner, went through my whole journey, kind of started, when I got to this point, I think I was about 26 and I was like, my life, there's something wrong. I need to talk to someone. And it ended up being basically a trauma healing session. And I studied it straight away. And then halfway through studying it, I just resigned from my job. I just knew this is what I had to do. And so then I went on this whole journey of being a coach and then a trauma healer and a therapist. And so I was like, okay, to get to the next level, I just need to heal my trauma. I just need to heal. And for years I was doing it, and it was I was feeling shit and I was constantly looking for traumas to heal.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, something is missing. Something is missing. Why am I going around in these there's something wrong with me. I need to find something to fix it treadmill. And because I was just stuck at income levels. I was just stuck. No matter what we changed, in our business or whatever, we were just stuck. So then I came across a business coach and she taught some manifesting, and I was like, oh. And when I started to learn it, I'm like, this goes together perfectly. And when I started looking at manifesting again and being open to it, I was like, but you're not taking into account the nervous system and trauma. Imagine, I was like, imagine. And I was imagining these two worlds combining. Because when I did that, I quantum leaped like crazy. We were at 30K for literally, and we changed our whole business. We're at 30K months for about 4 or 5 years. And after 2 weeks of implementing the manifesting and combining it with the trauma healing, in 2 weeks we got to 50K. And I wasn't working more. And then it became within a few months 80K and then 100K, and then we've just done 130 or 40K. We just had our biggest month.
Amazing.
I know, we're celebrating that at the minute. We're just yay. But it was literally oh my gosh, what you do is you look online and you come across people like Abraham Hicks and Secret, and they're just like, you have to be positive and you have to be a positive vibration and blah, blah, blah. But for a lot of us that have experienced trauma, it's this disconnect of like, yeah, but if your body doesn't get on board with your positive thinking, where like your body's so much more powerful, you're not going to actually like get there, like in terms of like you might manifest it and lose it, like you can't uphold it. Like when I sabotaged it because my body was like, no, this is too good, no. Right. And then on the other hand, it's like when you're stuck in just doing trauma and healing, you're miserable because you're like, I'm not going for any goals, I'm constantly looking back at what I can heal. And so combining them is like game changing because you get both. You get to heal your trauma, but you get to like feel happy and create an amazing future as well. So like I was like, this just makes so much sense. Like I have to like it just, and because I had been kind of studying both, I was kind of like procrastinating on writing out the course. And then it literally like I had a little shift. I was like, I can do this, because I kept asking other people to collab with me, manifestation coaches. I didn't think I knew enough, but I was like, they kept falling through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I know enough. And literally like in an hour, I had the whole outline written out. Like it just came through my consciousness. It was like bang, 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 bang. And I'm like, okay, I have to do this. Like,
wow.
Yeah. So
wow, there's literally nothing, because I feel like it's something I would have looked into, because I just love manifesting. I love everything to do with it. And I have a similar story. So I think you talked about it in more detail in the course, like you watched The Secret and your story. And I was the same, like I'll never ever forget picking up the book. So I used to work in a gym in Scotland, and my managers, both of them used to like manifest together. And they said to me, you have to read this book. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then one day I was getting the train home. I was in Aberdeen in Scotland. I was getting it back to Inverness, and I was in the airport and I saw like this whole shelf of like The Secret. It was like glowing at me. I'm like, oh, I'll just get it. I've got like a 2.5-hour train journey or whatever it was. And I could not put it down. I like read it from start to finish. I mean, it's a quick read and it's easy, but I was just so in this book that I'm like, I want it. And then I just kept reading it. I kept like making it, like ingraining it in my mind, in my head, my body. And I remember going home that night, and my mum, I think it was my mum and my granny, were like to me, what did you do in Aberdeen? Because you've changed. And I like read this book on the train, and then I just was like it changed everything. And I think even just reading it, and even just changing your thoughts to be, you know, when you see situations and you can change them into a positive, like, okay, well, what did I learn from this? Or what's that showing me? Or, you know, can it reflect my vibration at this time? It just changed everything. Like that small book, and then the movie came out, and, you know, and then I discovered Abraham Hicks as well. And I often listen to her rants to like, if I'm feeling a bit shit, I guess I always listen to them just to like, oh yeah, I can get into that space. You know, what can I use to put me into that vibration if I feel like I'm stuck? So it's really funny how it kind of, you know, it all goes along with The Secret and then Abraham. And then you discover that you've got blocks, I guess, or things that are stepping in the way. And I feel like that you do get to a certain point when you're manifesting things, because I went crazy on it too. Like it got me to Australia, and it got me like open my imagination to, oh, I could be this and do this. And yeah, I mean, manifesting got me so many things. From writing the script, you've got that in the course as well, like writing your day out. And I did all of that prior. And then the trauma started to come up, and I'm like, oh, I've got to work on some stuff to like clear the space for where I want to go. And then I think it just really heightens your awareness when you're like, oh no, there actually is stuff that might get in the way of where I want to go with my manifesting.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, the positive thinking can get you to a point, and like you said, it made you become aware that you can change your thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, in regards to our traumas in our body, like it can only get us so far. And for me, it was like I was saying, it's not only manifesting something, but it's keeping it. Like so many people, they'll manifest something massive.
Yeah.
Like even I see so many coaches and stuff, sometimes they'll manifest like their best month ever. And then all of a sudden, like it just goes down from there, because all of a
Yeah.
sudden it hits all of their worthiness traumas, all of their even being able to hold good things traumas. If their nervous system has adapted to being in a stressful, toxic environment, all of a sudden when things are easy and good, it's like we have to sabotage it, pull it apart. So it's really about upholding what we manifest as well, or manifesting like a beautiful partner, but then like how do we like continue that relationship?
Yeah.
So yeah, manifesting is like one bit, and then upholding it and making it comfortable in our body is like, and being able to endure it and have the structure to like continue to have it. That's like a whole, like, as you know, I teach that a lot in the course. It's like not just how to manifest it, but how do you keep it?
Yeah, it's so true. And you talked about, as well as we're talking about keeping it, as sometimes things can, like, I guess, go to shit before they get better.
Oh yeah.
So do you want to talk more about that? Because I've experienced that like a lot. I think I actually experienced it before we moved here as well. And I'm like, this is interesting because now I can witness it. But if you want to talk more about that, it's quite fascinating too.
Yeah, so what happens is that when you have a new goal, and I kind of want to like go off track a little bit, but I'll come back on track because a lot of our goals, if we make a conscious goal, sometimes it can come from our ego and it can come from our limiting beliefs. Like, so if we have a limiting belief that I'm not worthy, but if we believe that if we manifest a certain car, then we will be worthy, then our ego has made that goal from a place of deficiency. And then when we get it, we're not going to be happy because, of course, it's not going to fulfill something that we actually need to heal with our inner child or something, right?
Yeah.
And so that's like the first side of it. So firstly is like making sure it's a soul-aligned, heart-centered goal, actually, that in our highest good and everyone's highest good. And then when we get that, if we're committed to that and we're going to honor believing that and actually calling that manifestation in, whatever vibrations that we have or anything currently in our life that doesn't align with that or upholding that or allowing that to come into our experience has to actually go. But as it goes, it can show up in our reality. So I kind of call them like the shadows start popping out, like the little mini monsters. They'll start popping out, and you'll get to know very clearly what is wrong in terms of what's not aligned with your goal. Yes. So for me, like if we make like a okay, I want to up level this part of my business, and all of a sudden I'll start getting refund requests and like shit's going wrong, and so many and so for us, because we're aware of this information, we're like, this is interesting. I need to adjust those things so that I'm in better alignment.
Yes.
Right. But what mostly happens is people think that, nah, like something's gone wrong. This is not right for me. They pull out and they give up on their goals and their dreams prematurely because they're like, this mustn't be in alignment because shit's going wrong. But actually you are getting into alignment, because if you're already aligned, you would already have it. But your energy is not in alignment yet, or the structures in your life isn't in alignment yet. So yeah, it's like, hold on, baby, like you're going to get there, but it's like you've got to be able to like endure getting through the shit as well. But like you said, like stepping back and being an awareness to that makes it much easier. I'm just being like, that is very interesting. Look at that happening, rather than like really like being, and I hate to say the word victim because we can be victims, but just that victim mentality of like, oh, this is all happening to me, stop. And we're sometimes almost there, and we pull out or we change the goal like quickly. We're like, oh no, maybe I need to change it to this. You were about to get it, but you just had to like let all the crap come out, kind of like,
Yeah, it's so true. And with that as well, you talked about, this is like one of the biggest takeaways I think I took from the course, was being really specific, which, it was really fun watching that demonstration at the end as well with your client, how, the clients came, but she wasn't saying like paid. It wasn't specific. It was paid. So being specific about it. And sometimes you can say you want a goal, like, so the Center for Healing, which, you and Ryan have, you were saying how you wanted it to be, was it like global or all over Australia? It was something, you wanted it to be everywhere, but the way it showed up as a manifestation was it is everywhere, but it's online and it's everywhere. So you can put something out there, but it can come back in a different way, like being open to that. I think that was one of my biggest, fascinations as well. Because I'm like, oh yeah, like I actually did want that, but it came about in a totally different way than what I imagined it to come about.
Yeah. Yeah, because like on our vision board, because this was when we were going to franchise. So we had our physical healing center.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, okay, we're going to expand, we're going to franchise. And I had a map of Australia with like locations in the major areas. And I'm like, yep, that's my vision. And then that happened, but like they're actually independent practitioners, not franchisees. And I'm like, actually, I'm glad that happened. It's so much easier than having to manage so many franchises and people can fully express their creativity. But I think even like I had a client today and she's like, I want to manifest $10,000 a month. And I'm like, okay, how much of that do you want as profit? Because you can manifest $10,000 a month and spend $9,000 on ads, right? Or $9,500 on ads. So
yeah, that's true.
And even for me, I've done it for myself, and I'm like, 2 months ago, this is what I wrote. Why have we hit that? But I didn't write what dollar it was. It hit the US and not the AUD, and I'm like, oh God, how specific do I have to be? And I have to
very. I'm learning this too. Very. Yeah.
So it's not like you're a good girl because you're a good girl. The universe is going to deliver you what you want. You have to decide what you want and be specific, and the universe will reflect back to you your belief in that of which you want and what you think you deserve. And I really think it's like an act of self-love. And also, of course, where looking at the way that we do it is like giving value, And so, but you can manifest things with just like, I want to manifest, a car park or.
Yeah, that's fun, I think. They're fun little things.
Going back to The Secret. But yeah, I think it just adds so much more fulfillment and joy when you can be creative and be of service in some way as well. Whatever that happens to be for you. You don't have to be a coach or whatever, but yeah, I think this is really exciting, and it's more exciting than just focusing on healing your traumas. It's like actually creating a hopeful future and being excited and happy. Like I've had people say like, oh, manifesting what you just decide what you want, then you got it. Like, yeah. But even if I don't manifest all my desires, at least I'm a happier person. I've got more positive thoughts. I'm hopeful about the future.
Yeah, exactly.
That I'm working on and I'm learning and I'm like letting myself have what I want. It's like an act of self-love and self-care. So yeah, I know some people are funny about it. So I just thought I'd throw it in there. Like, who cares at the end of the day? Like, as long as we're like happier and stuff, then or we feel joy inside. I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it?
It's so true. And it's like expanding your imagination as well. Like, when you do your vision boards or when you're doing your scripts or when you're, writing all that down and really feeling it. Like for me, I think, again, it's really creative. It expands your imagination and it makes you actually think like in terms of goal setting as well. Like, what do I really want? Where do I really want to go? It's got so much under it. And I don't know why the name sometimes like just calling it manifesting can get like a bad rap, because it's way more than that. There's like work to do in it. And again, that creativity, the imagination, the goal setting, it's just, and it's so fun. Like, I just get completely lost in it. And, I love when it gets that time of like, oh, this is on my vision board and I've manifested it,
I know, it's the best. I love updating my vision board. I'm like, oh, tick, tick, tick.
Yeah.
Time for an update.
Yeah, it's so fun. So fun. And the other thing I wanted to talk about as well was the Akashic Records. I was so excited because I think in one of the modules you said, oh, you're going to need a pendulum. We're going to talk about the Akashic Records. And I'm like, what? Like, we're going to learn this? And then I was like just dying to get to that module to do it. And I got my pendulum, and that I found like, that's just kind of next level fascinating, or next level woo-woo. It's just crazy stuff. And then like your bit at the bottom, actually what happened after this session? like you were like training us, and then it all came to fruition after that module, which was so funny to read.
Yeah, like when I do like all of it's real. So when I do demo sessions in the course, or like when I'm doing a demo reading, like it's actually all real. So I do like to share, like even today, because I'm recording level 2 of it now. The person was skeptical about the method that I was going to use. I'm like, perfect. I'm like,
yeah, that's good.
Be really honest. We'll see what happens, like, and everything. And of course, she was blown away, and like it went really well. And but it's kind of like I want it to be real, because I think if you try and make it too perfect, that's how I approach like how I teach. I feel like if I try and be perfect to know anything, I would never be teaching. You know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I was recording the other day, and my dog came in. I was like, I'm like, here's the dog, like in the middle of the course, like it's quite casual. Like,
I want to see it.
Oh, you haven't met her yet? Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So yeah, but like the whole thing is like, yeah, it is really like understanding that our human body is like an animal. So talking about dogs, and our soul is like limitless. And so, but you get them together, the soul has like all these amazing ideas, but then it's hard to get the body on board, because our body is wired to notice threats and danger all the time like an animal, and it goes into fight and flight and everything like that. So
yeah.
When you read coming back to the Akashic Records, when you read the Akashic Records, it sees way further than we can see with our conscious mind. And so it takes into account everyone that's involved with the decision that you're trying to make, all of the elements of you, so your soul and your body and the people around you and who it's going to affect, all the things that you can't see. It's like it's like the internet, but it's like in the ether. It's like the spiritual internet. Like, how much information is there? And I think I said in the course, like I even said to my accountant, oh, can we change our wages, blah, 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 because we wanted to, I don't know, we're doing something with tax. And anyway, I checked in the records what it would be, and I came on with her. I didn't say anything. I'm like, what do we need to change it to? She's got spreadsheets out. I don't even know how to use Excel. She's doing like crazy formulas, and like, I'm just like zoning out because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
At the end of like 15, 20 minutes of doing these crazy numbers in these Excel spreadsheet. And it was the exact same amount the Akashic Records had told me the day before. Wow. And I was like, it calculates, like it will calculate every element for you. Like, so even like when it's like, how much should I sell the manifesting course for? It like, that's how we run our business. I literally every 2 months, I check in the Akashic Records, like, is everything in alignment? Is it everything in the highest good? And what should we sell it for, or what should we adjust this to, or whatever. Which is like in level 2, I'm doing like a more businessy one, but level 1 is like really like looking at all your personal stuff, like the demo client, like where you live now, it's not in alignment with where you want to go. Your environment, the people that are mentoring you, that you're getting advice from, the people that you're watching, anything that's influencing you, does anything need to be adjusted there? But then it's so like you can be told that, like you can be told, okay, you need to do this and that, but then our body freaks out, doesn't like change, Yeah. And that's why in the course there are methods to shift things that are in your body that are like causing it to have alarm bells when it shouldn't. Yeah. So you can follow your soul and follow those intuitive hits. If you're trying to look after your health, it's like my goal is to be healthier, blah, blah, blah. Well, you want to know like that there might be all different elements that you're not even aware of that is affecting your health, not just like what you're eating. Do you know what I mean?
As you all know, I'm a huge fan of Keith's ceremonial cacao. I've been working with this gentle plant medicine every day. It's been opening up my heart, creativity, and giving me boundless productive energy. For my community, I have a discount code especially for you guys on the Keith's Cacao website. If you type in Siobhan, SIOBHAN 20 AU90 at the checkout, and email me if you have any questions on how to prepare and enjoy your block of love. Let's get back to the show.
It's so true. So you can like dig deeper, get really specific, and then you can take action from that place. Like it's so amazing. It is. I remember when we did like the meditation and we're like going into the records, like I could really visualize. I got met with like another person. I said,
oh yeah, you guide.
Yeah, I got met with a guide and she told me her name and I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah, I was like so into it. And yeah, I'm excited to like explore them like further and see how I go. I'm definitely going to try it on Tom because he's more skeptical and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, yes. I love like getting skeptical people like on the other side.
Yeah, it's
like,
so true.
I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
he would let me do it. But the other thing with him is as well is he's not aware of it, but he's so good at manifesting. He's one of those people that just like says something and it appears. Like that's it.
But that's what, because you guys came over for dinner and Ryan, like his human design is literally a manifester. And they
that's what Tom is.
Oh my God. And they were both saying how like, no, like we just want it. And then we did it. And we're doing all these vision boards and like all
work.
Yeah. And they're like, no, logical. And then they just get it. And we're like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But of course they've got blocks as well. Like, so I'll secretly like coach Ryan a little bit. I'll be like, so how many sales do you reckon we'll get? He goes, well, logically based on this, we'll get this much. I'm like, but what about if you be a little bit illogical? Is there anything in the way of that number?
I love it.
I'm like secretly
just going to play with this.
Is there anything coming up in your body that's blocking this number that you want to manifest? Like, yes.
That's so good. So good. Yeah, if we're like going somewhere, doing something, I'm like to him, can you just manifest it? Because he's just so good. He's like, no, I need to like not think about it. And that's when it all happens. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just for him, he's like, yep, bang, and he gets it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so great. And with us coming to Gold Coast as well, the other thing that was something that I'd never ever heard before in terms of manifesting was you said to just focus on one thing at a time. And as soon as you said that, I'm like, pause, whoa, I need to like register that because you know, obviously you can have your vision boards, but I think for me, I'm always like, oh, I'd love to do this. Like I look at all the different areas and then obviously that's crowded and I'm not really focused on one specific thing. So I made it the challenge to be like, fine, I'm going to try this one thing and see how I go. And my focus was to get to Gold Coast before the end of the year. So I was really specific and I actually put it in my phone. I think I said in my phone, 26th of December, and it actually came up on my calendar and I forgot about it. The date was like Gold Coast, but we actually got there before. So my goal was Gold Coast, but I knew our house wasn't ready until the end of April. And I said to Tom, I want to start 2023. Before I want to start like the new year in Gold Coast. So I want to do like whatever I can. That's going to be my manifestation. I'm just going to like focus on that. And then it just came out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, we used to do house sitting in France, in Bali, in Scotland when we were traveling. I don't know where it came from, but it just popped into my head. It was like, you're a member of Trusted House Sitters. Why don't I go on to Trusted House Sitters and look for house sits in Queensland? And we can just go because me and Tom both work online. So I went to Trusted House Sitters and nothing came up. But as I was looking, like, I think something came up in Google saying Mind a Home, which is a second website. And so I shifted onto Mind a Home, which is like pets, no pets. And it says it actually has a filter for bring your own pets. So you can filter it to be like, yes, or maybe. So I'm like, oh my God, people accept other people's pets in their house. Like for me, that's crazy. Like, I don't know. I just think if you don't have an animal and you've got someone else's animal in your house, like even I would say no to that. I'm like, okay, how is this a thing? So I went onto it and I like looked at Queensland and there was literally lists of houses. Like, yes, you can bring your pets. And I said, oh, I'd love to get a house where we don't have to look after their animals, but we can bring our animals to the house sit. And we found one and it was like in the perfect location. She didn't have any pets. She just wanted her house minded. And then that was it. Like it just all came in flow. So when we started traveling up here, people were saying to us, oh, you're never going to find, motels or Airbnbs on your journey from Melbourne to Gold Coast that'll accept pets. They'll all be booked out. It's that crazy time of year. And then myself and Tom sat down. We're like, right, this is probably going to take a whole day. We're going to have to phone motels. We're going to have to plan our journey. We literally made 3 phone calls, planned our whole journey in 15 minutes from Melbourne to Gold Coast, straight to that house. Like all the dates aligned. It was like, how much? And even he was like,
well, were they just like, yes,
literally. All of them. Like, yep, we've got a room. Yep, you can bring your dogs. Yep, this is fine. So it was an Airbnb, a motel, and what was the other one? I think it was 2 motels. And that was it. So we just literally flew up here in the car, like everything aligned. We had to get our car like serviced and fixed before we got here. That got done like the week before. Like everything just went bang, 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 straight to Queensland. And we're in an Airbnb right now recording this podcast because it's January, but it all, like, we've literally lined up all our houses and Airbnbs till the end of April. Like, it's crazy.
It's like, and it really like goes to show the power of putting your focus on something. But putting your focus on a goal and letting go of the how and letting a better how come in.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, like, so much with manifesting, people like freak out because it's like, I want this, but like, how am I going to do it? And they try to think about how they can do it, whereas you've actually just got to really trust that it's going to happen and the hows will drop in.
Yeah.
It was the same with us with the Tesla. I'm like, I want a Tesla.
Yeah, share the Tesla story.
Yeah, I know. And the accountant's like, no, and we just started saving quite a bit. And so we kind of were on the way to having the money at that point, but it wasn't something we wanted to just blow on a car. But I knew the car that we had at the time, everything had gone wrong with it, like, all the wrong things that happen when you try to manifest. So all of a sudden I had forgot to pay the rego, and then it became not roadworthy because the tint was illegal and Ryan had scraped the side of it, even though it was like a fairly new car. But like, and then I'm like, I said to Ryan, I'm like, I have this very strong intuition. We just need to sell it and get rid of it. Like, we just need to sell it as is, not roadworthy. And I want to get a Tesla. Like, I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't even know how to order one, whatever. But I'm like visualizing the Tesla and everything. Anyway, and then all of a sudden, but like, trigger warning, but I had a really intense meditation of me imagining like getting inside the Tesla. Again, I don't know how the F to get a Tesla. Like, I had to look online a little bit, but I'm getting in the Tesla. I'm like, oh my God, this feels amazing. And I just had this really, really deep meditation. And literally 4 hours later, we got robbed and they took our stuff from our house and stole our car. That car that we were like meant to sell. And not only did they take it, but the cops were there in like 4 minutes, by the way. Wow. Not only did they take it, but I told my soul, I'm like, we need our shit back. Like, we need our laptops. Like, that's our work. We need our, I'm like, I want it back now. And I'm like, while I'm giving the report, I'm like talking to my soul. And literally they had stolen the car. They wrote it off. Like, so that was another force written off. And we had our stuff back within like 2 hours. And the investigators came. They said, we have never had such a quick turnaround of ever bringing someone's stuff back. I'm like,
wow, I got this.
I manifested it. So we had our stuff back, the car's gone, and then I said to our accountant, you need to tell me, like, what are the options? Like, we have to get a car in 2 weeks now. We don't have a family car. We've just got like a sports car. We can't fit our car seat for our child in there. And then she goes, okay, these are the options. She goes, oh, it's actually like, if you get because of the way our company's structured, if you get a novated lease, it's 100% tax deductible, which means we pretty much get it for free. So instead of paying the ATO
oh my gosh,
for our quarterly BAS or our tax, whatever, we're actually getting the Tesla. So it's basically we got it basically for free.
Wow.
And I'm just like, and we literally had one that, and it literally, we got the contract got signed like 2 weeks later, and it was literally just when the legislation in Victoria clicked over that there's no luxury car tax on electric vehicles. Like it was just like absolutely perfect.
Wow.
So,
That's so crazy.
so we pretty much got it for free. I didn't know how. I was on my vision board for it, like ages, like 6 months. I was like visualizing it.
Yeah.
And then Ryan's like, can we get a blue one? And I'm like, hell no. It's been a white one on my vision board.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to get the one in the vision.
I'm doing the work here. I choose
Yeah.
the color.
I manifested this. I choose. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just blows my mind, like how things come about, or just like, you know, when we went to Thailand and like manifested the exact view that I had on my vision board, and you look at it later and you go, oh shit, oh, actually, like, yeah, that's done, and it just feels normal.
Yeah.
Once you get it, you're like, yeah. Of course I'm worthy of that.
Yeah, it's like when we were planning Gold Coast, I'm like, of course this is all going to line up. Like we're meant to be there, you know. And like as soon as we got here, we're like, oh, this actually feels like home. Like it feels like we were just meant to be here.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, it just all aligned. So now that I'm in Gold Coast, now I'm literally like, okay, what do I want to manifest next? Because I was just like, that was the thing, you know, and it was all around that. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to get excited to like plan the next thing, which is so cool.
Well, you might maybe manifested us coming to visit.
Oh, yeah.
In 2 weeks.
Wow. So you're staying here for a week in Gold Coast?
Yeah. So we're just going to do the theme parks, and we've got a guy that works for us up there as well, and Ryan's got a bunch of friends up there. So
amazing.
Yeah. Who knows, it might extend if we really like it, but we'll see.
You'll love it. It's very hot, but you'll love it. And it's funny you say theme parks, because the first house we stayed in was next to the theme parks.
Oh.
Right here. It was literally the suburb where it's like the theme parks. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. It's so great. And the other thing I wanted to talk about in terms of manifesting as well is, in a lot of the modules you talk about meditation. Do you want to talk about like the importance of meditation with manifesting too?
Yeah, and so a lot of it is, well, you've got to get your body on board with manifesting. And to do that, you do really need to clear your thoughts of your ego trying to work out how and reasons why you can't. And you've got to get your nervous system into a state where it feels safe to receive. And so to do that, you need to practice relaxation, and you need to practice being in awareness to your thoughts. And meditation is really good because it creates some space for you in your body to allow things in, rather than us being like controlling, micromanaging, trying to like figure out the next step all the time. We can just like allow it to come in. The only thing I have to say about meditation, which I didn't go in depth in the course, but I do in level 2, is that for people that have been through a lot of trauma and they're like really depressed and in shutdown state, I would say meditation isn't always the best, because your body's already trying to meditate.
It's so true. So true.
You know what I mean? So you don't want to like get it deeper into that. But for people that, if you're like quite an anxious person, you like to know what's happening next, you like to be in control, just being really still and just being in that place of trusting and awareness and being in touch with your body. Because a lot of people that are in the manifesting, they're just like, and it is about your imagination and your head's in the clouds, that we've got to ground that into our body. So we need to really like be in our body and follow our breath and be reconnected with that.
Yeah, it's so true, because sometimes at the end of breath work, I think you actually just did that naturally in the Shavasana, like the last 10 minutes when you're in that really open space and that deep state of meditation. It's a really beautiful time to use it for manifesting, because you're just so clear, you're open, you're like, oh, I'm in this beautiful space to really call it in and envision it.
Yeah, it's like all of the things that we're bombarded with constantly during the day in our mind, it really blocks up our channel, doesn't it? And I did a breathwork session with you, and oh my God, it was freaking amazing. And at the end, I was just downloading so much stuff where normally I would, you know, have to go into the Akashic records or like meditate for ages, where at the end of the breath work, it was just coming in like crazy. I was like, shit, where's my journal? I'm like getting all these like instructions from myself, because I'm like, I want to manifest that. What do I do? And like, I've never experienced like getting so much information in such a short time, because that, there was that space in my body for that to like actually come in, and my mind got out of the way for a second.
Yeah, so true. Because I use a lot of I try not to use all of them because I'm like, oh, I still want to just let it come through me. But that last 10 minutes or even in my daily practice, just to sit and be like being in that feeling space as well of like feeling what would I feel like if that was here, you know, so you're not kind of looking for that to make you happy, but you're in that happy space right now. So you're not really attaching the happiness to like, oh, when I get that car or when I get that relationship, I'll be happy. It's more like, well, how do I feel in my body right now? And, you know, what does that feel like to, and it's not like the person or the thing, it's always the thing inside, isn't it?
It's always how it makes us feel. And that's something that you can, like, when you're manifesting, just say, you know, I like whatever you're trying to manifest, it's like, yeah, how do I think that's going to make me feel, or how do I want to feel? Because everything that we try to manifest is trying to just access a feeling state. So you want to feel secure or freedom or joy, but at the same time, like, we are a soul having a human experience. And that's one of the things that I really want to make it clear in the course, especially for spiritual people, is it's okay to have material desires.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, you want to make the intention of how you want to feel in your life. I totally agree with what you're saying. It's like a very important element, because you manifest whatever you want, but then not make the intention about how you want to feel, or manifest from your ego and still not feel good. And that's the whole point of manifesting, is to like allow ourselves to dream and feel good in our life. 100%. Yeah.
And it's so true. It really does. It's like that, you know, you can wake up every single day and be like, oh, I'm excited for this, or I'm excited to feel this way. I think it's really motivating. That's what it is. It's a really motivating feeling. And also backing that onto the course as well. It's just a motivating course, you know. I was like, I don't want it to end. And then that's the other funny thing. I'm like, I don't want this to end. And then I think when I caught up with you, you're like, yeah, I'm working on the next level too. I'm like, well, what do you do?
Yeah, you're like, perfect.
Yeah, it was so fun. So for people listening, what's kind of 3 tips you would give them in terms of trauma-informed manifesting?
Okay, so 3 best tips. So the first one would be, and literally just what I touched on, is we've been taught that it's bad to desire to have things, or to manifest what we desire, or to actually have big desires, like I said, especially spiritual people. So, or even like when we were little, we might have a trauma of wanting to buy something from the shops and we're told, no, you can't have it, we don't have enough money. There might be echoes of that when it comes to like traumas that we've experienced, or conditioning, or that women should just be givers and not receivers, and all these like systems that are created. So allowing yourself to have desires and making sure they're kind of coming from a place of your soul, coming from a place that's in the highest good of everyone. Because when you get what you want, then you can actually be more of you. Because for example, with money, and I'm really passionate about talking about money just because we need money in this society.
Yeah.
It just gives us lots of options. When you don't have money, it's like all you think about is money. Where can I save money? No, I can't do that. I don't have enough money. Money. But when you have the amount of money that you desire, and so you get to a place of feeling safe in your life and having options, you can actually be more authentic and be more you without being in a place of survival.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like not selfish to love yourself or to like give yourself what you want. That's like number 1. And then number 2, it's like, yeah, our body is an animal that's wired for like trying to feel safe. It thinks everything's threatening, basically. So helping your body to feel safe and thinking about, what do I need to feel safe? Maybe you need $5,000 in your savings account to feel safe, to then be able to be creative and do what you need to do. Maybe you're like, I want to manifest getting a promotion at work, but like, oh my God, I'm going to have to work harder, and you can feel your body shutting down. You know what I mean? And so we can go with that and go, oh no, it's not possible. We can go, I'm going to have a promotion and my intention is that it's really easy and I don't have to work. So getting really specific with your manifestation intentions. And then what would be the third one? I feel like that was kind of 3 into.
It was. I'd say so.
Yeah.
You just give, there's like a million of those kind of tips or just like golden nuggets in the course anyway. So, you know, if you guys are interested in exploring, even just doing it for yourself, you know, I think it's just a really good course for self-development, for exploring your goals and where you want to go in your life. And just, you know, I just think it's amazing for them.
That's such a good point, because I keep forgetting that it's actually a certification, like an accredited certification course.
I know, exactly. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like you got, like, I did originally make it just for people to do it for themselves, and then I turned it into, okay, you can actually be a facilitator and make money from being a manifestation coach, a trauma-informed manifestation coach. So yeah, it's like in that of itself, it's like you can actually be certified and everything. So thanks for reminding me about that.
Yeah, and it's good. And I think that's really good that you did that at the end of the course with the demonstration of like, I'm the coach and this is my client, and you actually recorded the client. At the end of it, like I think it was the last one was number 4. And I'm like, well, how is she?
Yeah.
I'm so invested in her journey. I'm like, well, where's she now?
Yeah, she's actually because I was just asking her to do a demo with me for level 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I said, she goes, of course, and then I said, before I do that, did you manifest everything that we
Yeah, I know. Where are you at?
She goes, yes, but this time I want to manifest making a certain amount of money like a bigger amount of money per month, and having a certain amount of savings in my account. I'm like, okay, perfect. So she's like so busy with clients. And like, yeah, so she's at capacity with that basically now. She's like focusing on, okay, now I want to feel safe to save money, like to hold money and all of that. So yeah, you'll see her in level 2. You'll see, I'll get an update from her in that. So you can.
That's so great, because I just got so invested. I'm like, there needs to be like a little update at the bottom. This is where was it Lauren, her name?
Lauren, yeah.
This is where Lauren is now.
I will. I can do that.
I think you should, because it was honestly just from watching it. I'm like,
I'll like interview her.
Yeah.
So, how have you been since our sessions? She'll say, good.
100%, because it's good to follow other people's journeys. Like, it's really cool. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Mel. So how can people access your work and access the course?
Well, I just want to say, like, because your work is so amazing and your community is so incredible. And so I wanted to offer, so I'm going to give you a special code.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So you can share it in the show notes.
Yeah, amazing.
They can get 50% off. So
wow.
Half price.
Well, thank you so much. Well, there you go, guys. You're welcome.
So it's the centerforhealing.com, and then Siobhan will give you her special code to get 50% off. Is that all right if I give it to you later? Because I haven't.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And and then you can and then I'll know if you're in Siobhan's community, because you'll come through with that special code. So I know as well. And that's like, because breath work is so amazing for shifting resistances as well. And I know you combined a bit of manifesting.
Yes.
So I'm sure some people are ready to dive deeper. So all of our courses are at thecenterforhealing.com.
Yeah.
So you can self-center either way. I'm pretty sure so it's the center, CENTRE for healing.com.
Yeah, and I'll link it all in the show notes as well. And I think for people that follow me on Instagram, I've shared your work and the course as well.
Yeah. Oh, I so appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. And obviously check out, you guys have so many amazing courses on there, and your feedback from other students is incredible too. So yeah, go on and explore, have a nosy around. It's
really and we've got tons of free courses. Like if it's not viable for you right now to commit to like a full training, we have like amazing free short courses, so you can start to learn more about trauma and things like that as well.
Amazing. So good. Well, thank you. And if you guys are listening and you get the course and you manifest, make sure you send us a DM or a message telling us what you manifested or what you got from the course. It'd be so cool to hear. I love just hearing other people's manifesting stories. It's so fun.
For sure. That'll be beautiful. Yeah, I'd love that.
Cool. Thanks, Mel. I'm looking forward to level 2.
Me too.
Thank you.